Jeff Marek is a hockey aficionado. He hosts The Sheet daily on the Nation Network and typically joins us Friday, but he's engaged tomorrow, so he was kind enough to come on in a day early. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing aficionado. What does that mean?
You may know and love hockey more than anyone I know knows and loves hockey.
But
you and McGuire, when you and
here's the
McGuire
thing
are together, I'm like, those might be
ridiculous.
the two most
No,
hockey guys I know.
It's like, first of all, I love being on with Pierre because when you put together a rundown for your show, all you're doing is you're planning the backup plan. Because the first plan is just go like snakes and ladders.
Say hi, turn on the mic.
And and that's really all it is. And you start going, and next thing you know, you're talking about the 1972 Chicago Blackhawks. Here's the thing about loving hockey, and I always remind everybody about this. Players, I remind this to my kids all the time too. There's a great old saying that someone told me a long time ago, and it goes like this: hockey will never love you back. Take out of it all that you can, right? At the end of the day, hockey's going to find a reason to kick you out, and it will, and it's never going to love you back as much as you love it. So use it to have new experiences, meet new people, start new friendships, create memories that will last forever. Because at the end of the day, gentlemen, hockey will never love you back.
It's finite. It is finite. And good segue, because that brings us to Tyler Myers of the Vancouver Canucks, who has loved him and played him some hockey over the years, but he will be 36 years old next week, or a week from Sunday. And while there's just not a lot of runway left for the big fella. And in a story with Ben Kuzma in the province today, he has opened the door to a trade. He's got a full no-move clause. There are specific family needs that we have always been aware of as to why Tyler and his family are here for one of his children. But he lives in Kelowna now, he's a full-time British Columbian. But he's opened the door, so you tell me, what do you think? You got teams lining up for a 6'8", 230-pound right-shot defenseman?
Yeah, a lot of teams headed to the playoffs, some right on the bubble that could use Tyler Myers, who, we believe have perhaps been interested before, and I don't think that interest has gone away. Just as a quick aside, that age still staggers me because I can still remember Tyler Myers, Kelowna Rockets, and I remember specifically in his draft year. His draft year, he was going through this massive growth spurt. So depending on when you saw Tyler Myers play, he was either, this guy's going to be a first-round pick, or this guy doesn't know how to play hockey. Well, maybe that's a little bit too extreme, but I think you know what I'm getting at here. It's always awkward to see guys that big going through another growth spurt in their draft year, and that was Tyler Myers. And I remember thinking, I still use this as an example, how frustrating it must have been for him in that really, really crucial year where you start to wake up and get up in the morning and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these limbs. And what I did with these limbs yesterday, I can't do with these limbs. And it must have been this like frustrating process of relearning hockey every few weeks as Tyler Myers got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Have you ever seen a defenseman develop? Have you ever seen a defenseman develop like this, Jeff, where, he bursts into the league, puts himself in the Calder race, a 50-point defenseman basically in his rookie year. And then that's the last time where he's really an offensive defenseman. He's a 25 to 30-point defenseman the rest of his career.
Yeah, I know it really is a unique one. Like when we're going to look back at the history of Tyler Myers, whenever he decides to call it a career, that's going to be the weird one. It's kind of like, and they were sort of in and around the same era in some regards too. It's kind of like Dion Phaneuf in some ways, in that when Dion Phaneuf and we can all remember that first year. I think Calgary paired him with Roman Hamrlik, and we were all saying the same thing.
God.
Yep. We're like, this guy shoots like Al McInnes and he hits like Scott Stevens.
Yes.
This is the perfect defenseman. Like they're like, get the plaque ready at the Hall of Fame. Like all of it for Dion Phaneuf. And then he just sort of settled into what Dion Phaneuf, and he's still a really good player, was going to turn into. I always have a positional bias with defensemen too, just as an aside too. If it's equal, I was the guy that would have taken Doughty over Stamkos. I'm the guy that would have taken Hedman over Tavares. I always default to blue lines. But to the original question, will there be teams interested? Yeah, absolutely. A couple top of mind. I would wonder initially about. Listen, man, they're one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now, and that's the Utah Mammoth. Like the Utah Mammoth were poised to take a big swing at blue liners in the offseason. I personally believe that would he have gotten to market, that Aaron Ekblad would have been offered a massive contract by Utah in the offseason, thereby making Mikhail Sergachev and Aaron Ekblad, the number one pair in Utah. Not exactly a secret, I don't think, that they're probably looking for another defender. He could make some sense there in a second pairing role, move John Marino down. The Detroit Red Wings, even though I think they're looking more for a left shot D than a right shot D, I can see the Detroit Red Wings, who are probably one top 6 forward and one top 4 defenseman away from being a true contender. I know the knock on Detroit is, they're all power play. It's all power play, 5-on-5. They struggle. I think Yzerman's looking to remedy that right now. And the couple of other teams, Dallas, I believe, has had interest before. I would imagine that may not have gone away. Rather, Jim Nill needs to do something with that team, who've just, outside of their last game, just had a really hard time scoring. And the other team is the Toronto Maple Leafs. As your Chris Tanev.
OEL hurt now too, right?
And
wow.
Yeah, so that hurts. So not only does that hurt the Maple Leafs, but you got to feel bad for Sweden at the Olympics. Half the roster is decimated, and there's question marks around all of it. So those would be the ones that would jump out at me. As you mentioned, he does control his fate here with the 12-team no trade. So, but there is, and there will continue to be, if he's amenable to it, significant interest for Tyler Myers.
He's also, days after the Kiefer Sherwood trade, he's not too dissimilar in that you get a lot for a little here. This late in the season, on a $3 million contract, you do not need a ton of cap space here to fit him in. No. You'd think most teams would be interested in adding this exact player. Now, he's got the term, which makes it a little bit different. Does that mean you get more, or is that a plus or a negative for a guy of his age?
You get more. Even
at his age,
you still get more. This guy's a top four NHLer. Here's another team. I'll just do this off the top of my head too. Again, this is based on nothing than just sort of wondering here. What about Seattle? What about the Seattle Kraken? It's one of those teams that we look at and we say, we don't really know who they are exactly. They're a team that can go take 9 steps backward, but then take 7 steps forwards at times. Could Tyler Myers be a fit there? So he still kind of stays closer to BC here.
There is not a rivalry between the Canucks and the Kraken yet.
Not yet.
There is only one player that the Seattle Kraken have ever hated on the Vancouver Canucks. Jeff Marek, it is Tyler Myers.
Believe it or not.
He is public enemy.
But he's played physically and dirty against him. It's hilarious.
In this era too, let's not forget here. I don't know if you guys still squint really hard when you see Ryan Reeves in a San Jose Sharks jersey. And, Vegas Golden Knights fans have to squint pretty hard to see that. Or when Peter DeBoer went to go coach in Vegas. I know this isn't like the Nordiques and the Habs or the Oilers and the Flames and the Rangers and the Islanders. I do understand, but at the end of the day, I think if you're Jason Botterill, you don't worry about the fans booing if you have a chance to get someone.
We asked years after 2011, would you take Brad Marchand on your team? And people eventually got around 100%. To being, we would do it.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would.
Let me say a couple things here about Tyler Myers. Number one, I think he can thank Zdeno Chara for proving that the oversized defenseman can really play and excel in this league. We used to think Larry Robinson was the biggest of big birds, right? Well, 6'3", 220, and then along comes Chara, and these guys who are 6'7", 6'8", look like basketball players. And, of course, Tyler Myers' brother, Quentin Grimes, is a basketball player with the Philadelphia 76ers and shorter than Tyler Myers at 6 foot.
He wishes he had Tyler's height.
If you don't know the story here with Tyler, his dad was involved in the oil industry in Calgary and Houston, Texas. So he's a dual national. And his parents split. His mom got remarried, stayed in suburban Houston. So the Dallas Stars, well, believe it or not, there is a connection to the state of Texas from with Tyler Myers. I can remember speaking to his dad before the 2009 World Juniors, who was adamant that his boy wasn't Canadian because he could have played for the United States. That was the other thing. In that 09 World Juniors, on a pairing with another jumbo defenseman, Keith Ollie, they really struggled defending for Pat Quinn, the head coach. I can remember talking to some scouts going, ooh, these super tall defensemen, they better be able to move laterally, make the turn, defend, blah, blah, blah. It's not just in the corners and open ice. I worry about them a little bit with their agility. Well, he has proved himself to be an NHL player and an outstanding one with 1,000 games here.
It's a really good point about Chara. And one of the things I always wonder about, kind of like Eric Lindros previous, how many other defensemen did Zdeno Chara get paid? Because once Zdeno Chara hit, everybody wanted their massive defenseman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they didn't care if it was a project. They would invest money because, listen, everyone in Prince George saw him playing junior with Stan Butler. And then he got to the Islanders, like, not ready for prime time. And then into the Ottawa Senators. And then, of course, popped with the Boston Bruins and won the Stanley Cup. But a lot of guys got paid because teams were willing to invest time and money and resources into large defensemen finding their Chara, not unlike how Eric Lindros, and I'll think of a guy like Chris Gratton right away, who I believe went 3rd overall and got paid oodles of money because, much like Eric Lindros, and I would maintain Jean Beliveau before him, he was a big guy that could move his feet. And all of a sudden, every big guy who could move his feet. I know we talked about Jim Sandlack on this program not too long ago, but there's another one. Big guys that could move their feet all of a sudden got paid because everybody was looking for their Eric Lindros.
Did you catch any of this Alexander Karmanov for the North Bay Battalion this year, the 7-footer?
He's massive. Absolutely insane. It's it is a little bit striking, but here's the thing too. Like, we're in an era right now where, and you see it, like there's a kid, I can't remember his name. So my one son plays U16, and there's a kid that plays at Upper Canada College. This is his OHL draft year, who is 6'6", U16, and can move. Like, once upon a time, like, these guys were stickmen and they couldn't move. But now, with the way players are trained and how dialed in they are, all of a sudden you're seeing bigger and bigger and bigger guys who can move. It's funny too. I remember Steve Yzerman said this coming out of the lockout of 2005. He said, because we all thought, they say, okay, getting rid of the hooking and the holding, this is going to be great. So the little guy is going to have more time and space in the NHL, and there's going to be more smaller players and fly zone with the bugs and all that. And Yzerman said, hold on a second here. So we're going to let big guys go to the net without getting slashed and hooked and held? Like, everyone thinks this is great for the little guys. This is a bonanza for the big guys. If anything, coming out of the lockout 2004-05, it was great for the big guys. Now, there is still a saying, and I still subscribe to this, and you guys have probably heard this before. In hockey specifically, a small player has to prove he can play, and a big player has to prove that he can't.
Right. Yeah.
And that is still true and continues to get reinforced. But now we're seeing more and more big guys that can play. Again, like, I watched this kid at UCC, and it's insane. It's I don't know. Like, I still go to rinks and I marvel at the skill. And all
Should we move on to culture here?
Yeah, well, let's move on to culture. Just one thing.
Sure.
Myers' contract is slightly front-loaded, so he's only 2.3 in actual cash next year. When you're talking about the term being attractive to teams, that's also attractive to teams.
Another one of your favorite topics, hockey culture and in the room. And Adam Foote.
They don't flood the room, Blake.
No, exactly. Adam Foote bringing up the slamming of gates and sticks and attitudes, and then they answer with one of their best sort of gut check sort of games of the season. They're down 2-0 after giving up 2 quick goals, and the veterans helped to lead them back. So Do we coronate Adam Foote as full-blooded NHL coach now after he has his moment in the sun?
First of all, Washington Capitals are a good team. Washington Capitals still need some help right now, and as the season goes on, a lot of the holes, like Chris Patrick's got a job here, and he's already talked about needing a top six winger, and I think we're about Artemi Panarin there. With the Caps, but that was a
Jeff. Let's not nitpick Canuck wins. We're not nitpicking Canuck wins here.
I have to stop you there. Yeah, Blake and I are on the same wavelength.
Okay, Evander Kane meant to score that opposition. Goal. Okay,
they are a sanctioned member of the National Hockey League, and for the Vancouver Canucks, that is a great win.
2 points.
In fact, they will take a win over the Bakersfield Condors, the North Bay Battalion, the Frolunda whatevers.
Listen, I get it. It's the old saying, never critique a win. I get it. It was a good win. And listen, Justin Sordiff is it Richmond? Is he from Justin Sordiff from Richmond scored as well? So even something to celebrate from the visiting squad as well. Yes, it was a gutsy win. Make no mistake about it, because on that 5-on-3 early in the first period, when the Capitals are firing the biscuit, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this Vancouver Canucks team is going to start spinning, and they're not going to stop spinning until the final buzzer, but they didn't. So 100% kudos. I don't know if it had anything to do with Adam Foote talking about culture and Jake DeBrusk slamming gates, and I don't know. I think it was this team was not going to continue to lose games, and I think we looked at the 11-game losing streak and said, you know what, it ended sometime. It's got to end sometime.
Yeah.
And good on the. You're right. Good on the Canucks, because they could have folded tent, down 2 Cobb early. It's not going to be there, boys, and you fold up, but they didn't. Good on them. Good on them.
Justin Sordiff from Richmond, Surrey Minor Hockey, Delta Hockey Academy, and the Vancouver Giants. I mean, you touch them all, Justin.
They say you say that it was going to come to an end eventually. Early Easter egg for you. Okay. Longest winless streak in the NHL ever.
Didn't we talk this last week?
Winless?
Yeah.
Was it not? Was it Washington 74?
Nope. A little later. It's my team. If that helps you.
Oh boy.
Oh, geez, I don't know who Blake's team is. Who's your team,
Yeah,
Blake?
he grew up in Winnipeg, Jeffrey. And,
is it the Jets?
Yeah.
Holy 30 games?
30 games.
80, 81.
How many ties? How many ties?
30 without
Doesn't
a
matter.
win?
30 games. Imagine.
I will look up the ties.
That's how they got Dale Hawerchuk, because it was the year before his draft.
Yeah.
That they were that. They tanked for Ducky, and boy, did they ever!
Oh my God,
30 games.
Was it an 82 game schedule? How many games did they play back?
So that might have been. Was it 76?
Yeah,
I think it was 76 back then.
No, it was 80. No, it was 80.
80
back then. 88 0. 30.
3/8 of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, a fair number of ties though.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody. Listen, hang on. Nobody was crying for Winnipeg because we just saw them win the Avco Cup. No one was crying for Winnipeg because they were still, high on the supply of the win of the Avco Cup victory over the Edmonton Oilers. So no one was crying from that season. Then they got one of my favorite players of all time.
He was so fun to watch.
Man, I loved him.
Wasn't big, couldn't really skate, but holy cow! In the half court, there were few better than Ducky.
Can I tell a couple of quick stories? Well, one quick story about Dale Hawerchuk that I think everyone who knows him and followed him or just wants a story about one of the great players. So when he coached Barrie and Tanner Pearson, I talked to Tanner Pearson about this. I talked to a couple of other guys. So his big thing was, if you're going to make the move, if you make the jump from junior to the NHL, you're not going to have a lot of time and space. You're going to need to be able to get the puck away fast. You have to be able to get the puck off your stick quickly. The room you have in junior, you're not going to have in the NHL. So he would do practice with guys shooting blindfolded and just get them the puck, and they had to instinctively know where the net was and shoot it. And that's what Ducky used to do when he was a kid in his driveway. And the legend always was that he could tell the difference when he shot the puck by the sound. He could tell whether he hit the post or the crossbar. So many people have told me that. I asked his son about it too. He goes, "Yeah, Dad, you used to always tell us about this one." Like that's how tuned in Dale Hawerchuk was. He could tell you, nope, that was crossbar. Nope, that was
honestly.
Post. Nope, that was post. He could tell the difference in the sound that the puck made.
This Jets team
Hawerchuk was the best, man. I loved him.
This Jets team should have been a Tragically Hip song. They won the third game of the season against the Blackhawks October 17th. They didn't win another till December 23rd. The Rockies of Colorado. Yeah, exactly.
Till December 23rd.
The Rockies of Colorado.
Wow.
Dun, dun. Okay, Sherwood, they didn't get their first round pick. I was with you, buddy. I was with you every step of the way on Sherwood, and yet
they were gonna get it.
They got two second rounders. Evaluate the trade for me.
First of all, I don't think you surrendered 2 second round picks. Like, first of all, if you would have told me the other day when Kiefer Sherwood was traded that the San Jose Sharks just traded 2 second round picks, what do you think they got for that? My answer would have been, well, they got a cost controlled veteran defenseman. That would have been my answer because that's the going rate for a cost-controlled, veteran defenseman in the NHL. I don't know that Mike Grier surrenders 2 second round pick without the idea that they're re-signing this guy. They're going to take a good, healthy run at re-signing Kiefer Sherwood. Now, a couple of things. One, it's a reward. So great job, guys. And then getting into late January, you're in a playoff spot. You become one of the most exciting teams in the NHL to watch. Appointment television, must-see TV, all these types of things. Here's your cookie for doing that. And two, now the expectations are raised. Now we've gotten you help. Now we expect playoffs here, or at least a significant run all the way to game 82. And I'll tell you what, I don't think Mike Grier is done. I know they still don't have that stud on the blue line. I get it. And they may just have to trade for it unless Sam Dickinson can, accelerate his development and become that guy sooner than some other defenseman of his better pedigree have in the past. But I don't think that Mike Grier is done. I think this is a reward for this team being arriving somewhere quicker than I think the organization thought they were going to arrive at this stage in January. And from a Vancouver point of view, if again, like everything that Vancouver does, I'm going to judge by and this is their own words, rebuild is 2 to 3 years. 2 second round picks is going to help you in 2 to 3 years.
There was a stud defenseman available very recently if they had wanted
mandate.
One.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're willing to pay that price.
Yeah.
I got a note from an old friend of ours here, Eric Curry, who does the Teal Town USA podcast blog. You'll love this story, Jeff. He's just a massive hockey fan in San Jose, and the local sports talk in the Bay Area didn't talk a lot of Sharks. So he used to listen to us daily, and of course the Canucks and Sharks had a pretty good rivalry at the time.
Yeah.
And he was a little surprised that it wasn't defenseman as well. And I told him, I'm just surprised that they would acquire a UFA. Now, I suspect they're going to re-sign him, but wow, this is very, very early for Mike Grier and the Sharks. Okay, we're on.
Hang on, can I throw a quick Easter egg to you guys before you go to the official Easter egg?
Yes, absolutely.
San Jose and Vancouver have one thing, well, a few things, but one notable thing in common. The first player to score a goal for the San Jose Sharks is an ex-Canuck. Who is that player?
Oh, gosh. First player to score.
Igor Larionov?
Nope.
Was he a Canuck before he was a Shark? Wasn't like Doug Bodger or something, was it?
No, he was. The hint is where Larionov was skilled, this player was equally tough. Think Bob Probert fight.
Oh shit! Wasn't Cox?
Craig Cox?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Craig Cox scored the first goal for the San Jose Sharks.
Craig Cox scored the first goal in the history of the San Jose Sharks.
Dear God, those expansion teams were awful. Holy cow, with those awful expansion teams in the San Jose, Tampa, Ottawa era. Huh.
Yeah.
I think I saw the first goal scored in a Sharks uniform because they played a preseason game at the Coliseum that I was at, but that was preseason.
Oh yeah. Do you remember who it was?
No.
Today's Easter egg, Jeff Marek.
Craig Cox. No?
There have been, the Canucks acquired 2 second-round picks from the Sharks, as we discussed.
Yep.
There have been 9 second-round picks in NHL history to register 1,000 points, including one that is active as we speak. Who are the 9 guys who were selected in the second round of NHL entry drafts who became 1,000-point scorers?
Is the active one Nikita Kucherov?
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
And honestly, well, you score 1,000 points, there are some extraordinary names on this list, like sensational players. Lots of centers. Lots and lots of centers.
I mean,
this
is just too big a field.
One of whom with 4 cups.
Massive.
One of whom with back-to-back cups. One of them with
Messier.
cups in 2. I don't believe so, no.
Well, it's going to be a problem if he's right.
It is going to be a problem if he's right. No, Messier was the 3rd rounder.
3rd.
Yeah.
3rd. Okay, right. Yeah,
one of them, one of the all-time cup winner with the one of the all-time 2-way defensive centermen. One of them with the longest suspension in NHL. One of the longest suspensions in NHL history.
Nobody's jumping off the page here for me. Mike Gartner.
No.
This might have been too difficult for you guys. I'm sorry.
This is a tricky one here. Hang on.
Yeah. A 4-time cup winner, centerman. Oh, actually, he may be a 5-time cup winner because he went off to another team that won cups.
Brian Trottier?
That's correct. How many cups did he win? Did he win one in Pittsburgh as well?
He won Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, Trottier. A back-to-back cup winner in the 70s. Canadian hockey legend.
Oh, Bobby Clark.
Very good. A 2-time cup winner. One in Calgary, one in Dallas.
McInnes?
NCAA hockey legend.
Joe Nieuwendyk.
Very good.
He was 2nd round, really.
One of the most prolific and underrated scoring wingers, itty-bitty guy, San Jose Shark at one point, put up a lot of points there, part of a great junior hockey team in Spokane.
Oh, in Spoke. I would have said Marian Hossa, but he played Portland.
Itty-bitty guy.
Sawed-off wing. They listed him at 5'10", but began his career with the San Jose Sharks.
I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, who's that?
2-way. That's Ray Whitney.
Ray Whitney.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Going to be a GM one day.
Yeah.
Now playing against my Spengler
Former
Cup.
stick boy for the Oilers.
He's still playing men's league up in Kelowna with all the ex-NHL guys up there.
One of the all-time defensive centermen, recently retired Stanley Cup winner.
Patrice Bergeron?
Correct.
Dale Hunter.
Dale Hunter, very good,
he
Blake.
was second in that one. Oh, nice one.
He
may have the highest PIMs of all these guys, too. He would. Yeah, highest PIMs of all these guys, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, New Jersey, yes.
New Jersey, I believe he's their all-time leading scorer.
Patrick Eliash.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then American center was a hero in a Canadian market. Also played for the New York Islanders. And Rangers. Began his career with the Rangers. I forgot, actually. Was a young player. Cup winner in Carolina.
God.
Oh, hang on. Doug Waite.
Very good.
Oh, wow.
Dougie Waite. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
That was hard.
That was hard. I know.
That's okay. That's fun, though. That was fun. I like that.
And then
that was good.
The hilarious part is the next two guys, second-round picks, all-time scoring on the list, Larry Robinson and Chris Chelios.
It's funny, too, because I think you mentioned earlier, like Larry Robinson was the original Zdeno Chara.
Oh, yeah.
So until one fateful game at Maple Leaf Gardens, and this might have been the same season where he ended the myth of Dave Schultz, he got dropped by Dave Hutchison, who was one of the most underrated tough guys of all time. That guy was tough. Wasn't anywhere near the player that Larry. I still maintain that is the one player to this day, as far as the greats go, that we don't talk about enough. Larry Robinson, as one of the great defensemen of all time. Full stop. Last call. Period.
Absolutely. And
God, he was good.
And
that was a good one.
As a kid, like knee high to a grasshopper, my uncle used to take me to the Forum. And there was a palpable buzz when Lafleur got on the ice. There was a palpable buzz when Chris Nyland was looking for a fight. And there was a palpable buzz when Big Bird was making his way to the corner on a puck carrier, because you knew that poor puck carrier was about to take.
I thought for the Easter egg this week, you were going to do something with goalie fights. And
that would have been a good topic. That would have been a good topic.
What I preemptively, when I saw the fight, I'm like, Maddie's asking me about goalie fights. Like, going away. This is going to be the egg this week.
We kind of did that yesterday.
So here's the thing. Who holds the record for most, not goalie fights, but fights by a goalie in the history of the NHL? It is a record, I assure you, will never be touched, ever.
It's got to be Hextall or Billy, right? So you go Hextall, I'll go Billy.
Yeah.
It's Billy. Do you know what the number is?
I'll go 12. I'll go 12.
12 sounds high, right?
12. It's higher than 12?
21.
No way.
Because don't forget, like I think that
he had 21.
He fought.
Jeff.
He only fought.
He had a prize fighting career. He had a prize fighting career in the NHL.
He only fought like two goalies. He fought and the thing is, he fought Dave Semenko. He fought Steve Durbano.
To be fair,
he fought Lindy Ruff and Lanny McDonald, but he fought players.
But to be fair, the body shots don't hurt. The body shots don't hurt from Dave Semenko. You're only worrying about your head at that point.
Go look at the Semenko fight, because it starts with Dave Semenko sucker punching Billy Ace, and he doesn't go down. It's available on YouTube. You can see it. Just go to Billy's with Random. The Semenko one is incredible because it's in the crease, and Semenko just dropped 21 fights, and it's against tough guys. He's not picking his spots here either. And the Lanny McDonald fight, I think it was Gord Lane standing beside him, waves him off, no, I got this. Starts fighting Lanny.
It's funny, you type in Billy Smith fights into Google, and they're AI. Lanny McDonald, 79, a significant fight where Smith waved off his defenseman and took on McDonald, showing his toughness. They later became friends.
He crested 50 minutes in PIMS one year. He only played 39 games. He had 54 penalty minutes.
That will be a record forever. Games to penalty minute ratio for a goaltender in NHL history.
Got to be the high.
Yeah.
Billy Smith, everybody else. You got to run. Thank you for this.
Thanks, sir.
Much obliged.
Thanks,
I'll make it an easier Easter egg next week.
No, honestly, I love the way we did that this week. That was awesome. I like the pulling teeth ones, and I like having a backup in Blake too, so that's good.
Yeah,
Thanks,
but
Go Jets.
I think Blake was out of his depth a little. He was the 80-81 Jets on this one.
Yeah. They won the Avco Cup. Give them the flowers.
See you, Jeff.
See you, boys.